Welcome to episode 18 of The Lincolns. Alright, it is morning time, and Mike and Laura are getting up after having a while to decide what they're going to do about their jobs, and you will see the results of their decision very soon. Now, Mike is calling his work, and he's telling them, yes, I do want to retire. And that is their decision. Mike and Laura are both going to retire to spend what time they have together. So, meanwhile, Mike is making breakfast so that they may all eat together. Another important thing that's going on today, it's also Sue's last day of school. That's right, she's graduating today. And soon she will be a full adult. But now it is time for Laura to get up. The beginning of another day. And as she loves to do, Laura comes down here to read and to study because you're never too old to learn new skills. And she's never picked up a mechanical point before. So she figures now is as good of time as any. Well, Mike is playing a few computer games, while Sue, now up and awake, is getting her breakfast. Yes, she's about ready to be done with high school. She feels like she's been there quite a while and is ready to move on to the next thing. Meanwhile, Laura is calling her work, and yes, Laura is also retiring. So decisions that they don't take lightly, but they decided they're old enough, they saved up enough money, and getting to the top of your career isn't everything. So, since they know it's about time to go, or at least it will be soon, Mike talks to his youngest daughter and has some fun. Gives her a big hug while Laura has her breakfast. Yes, there's definitely feels like it's time for changes around here. So, Laura is doing the dishes, and Sue's saying, "My time sure does fly, doesn't it?" And she leaves for her very last day of school. That's right. There's no graduation ceremony or anything like that in The Sims, but we can pretty much say that it is her graduation because it's the last day she'll ever go to school. Alright, now Mike and Laura are alone, and they can spend some quality time together after years and years of chasing after promotions, taking care of 3 kids, twins at one point, especially when they were young. Now, finally, after all that long and hard work, it's time just for each other again, just like it was in the early days. And there they have a kiss. Because, for those of you who are around or have gone back and watched the early days of the original Sims 2 LP, there was only Mike and Laura, and they were the whole show. Still in the same house, but it was a much smaller house back then. And here they are now, having successfully raised 3 kids to adulthood, or soon will be once Sue is an adult. They have grandkids, their house is very large, and they got very far in their careers, even if they didn't get all the way up. And now they're going to enjoy their well-deserved retirement. Yes. However, you know the age bar is all the way to the right for them, and they're at the very end here. Oh, look at that! Looks like she still has some spring in her, jumping up into his arms. Well, Sue is home from school. And it's not really a big deal to her. She's just glad to be done. But you think she'd get a day off on her graduation day, but no, she has to go right to work. But she's working hard. Well, at least she gets time to play some computer games before work. It's always a good thing. Alright, and now it's time for Sue to go to work. Yes, just another day of work. Nothing special. And Mike and Laura received their first pension checks. Pretty good. Well, anyway, we go upstairs where Mike and Laura are taking a little nap. One great thing about being elderly is you can take a nap in the middle of the day and no one's going to bother you about it. Or at least they shouldn't. But it's enough of a nap. The two of them are going to get up and enjoy the rest of their day. Get dressed. And they're hanging out in Amanda's old room for some reason. Chatting and talking. Yes, Mike's telling her a good joke. Still has a sense of humor at that age. It's a good thing. And yes, it's great just to see them. Oh, there she goes again. But Laura goes to read a book. However, you see the life bar and it changed. I'm afraid that Laura's time has arrived. As she walks through the bookcase and into the next realm. And Mike is left mourning his wife. It's a very sad day indeed. Now that the love of his life is gone.